Welcome to Storied Audio. Ryan Long never imagined his entire world could collapse in 72 hours. But life doesn't ask permission before it breaks you. It simply chooses a moment, any moment, and shatters everything you thought was solid. For Ryan, it began with one brutal argument with his business partner. Voices rose, tempers snapped, and half the office watched the explosion like a live-action disaster. Then came the breakup text from his girlfriend, cold, distant, and punctuated with a broken-hearted emoji that somehow made the whole thing feel even more childish. And finally, the moment he realized he couldn't breathe in the life he'd built anymore. The penthouse, the meetings, the noise, it all felt like a cage. So he walked out. He packed his things, closed the door on the life he once believed proved he'd made it, and drove back to the hometown he swore he'd never return to. He rented a small brick house on the edge of town, a place that smelled like dust and old memories, and tried to stitch together whatever pieces of himself were left. But coming home has a way of waking up ghosts, especially the ones with brown eyes and a shy smile. 3 days later, Ryan found himself driving through the streets he used to know like the back of his hand. Maple Street looked frozen in time. The old movie theater still had the same flickering sign. The hardware store still displayed tools no one ever bought. The row of houses where he and his friends used to race their bikes still stood, unchanged, like they were waiting for him to come back. And then he saw her. A woman walking down the sidewalk, tucking her hair behind her ear the same way she used to in 10th grade when she was nervous. The gesture hit him like a punch to the chest. He slammed on the brakes so hard his seatbelt snapped him backward. Stacy. She looked up. Confusion flickered across her face. Then something colder settled in her eyes. Hi, he said, voice cracking. It's me, Ryan. From high school. Her expression didn't soften. It sharpened. You look different, she said flatly. You don't, he blurted. You're just as pretty as before. Her cheeks flushed, but not with the warmth he remembered. You know what? Leave me alone. We don't have anything to talk about. She turned and walked away, her footsteps hitting the pavement like accusations. Ryan stood there, stunned, feeling like someone had ripped out a chapter of his life and rewritten it without asking. They'd been close. She used to help him study. He used to walk her home. He used to think about her way too much for someone who never found the courage to ask her out. There was no universe where he'd ever hurt her. Right? Desperate for answers, he went to the one person who always knew everything. Tanya, the town's unofficial gossip network. She worked at the bakery, slicing brownies like she was preparing for battle. Why is she mad at me? Ryan asked. Tanya sighed dramatically. She heard you told another girl you couldn't see yourself dating someone like her. Ryan froze. I never said that. Liam Harper told her. Ryan felt his stomach drop. Liam, the guy who hovered around Stacy like a mosquito with a crush. Liam, who always seemed threatened by Ryan's presence. I was talking about a girl a friend tried to set me up with, Ryan said. Not Stacy. Never Stacy. Well, Tanya said, Liam probably wanted her for himself. Why? One stupid lie had destroyed everything. Ryan knew he had to fix it. He found Stacy at the diner after her shift. She reluctantly gave him 5 minutes. They sat on a wooden bench outside, the sky fading into deep purple, the air cool enough to make his breath visible. I never said I wouldn't date someone like you, he said. Liam lied. I liked you, Stacy. I just never had the guts to say anything. Her anger cracked. Her voice softened. I always thought you said that about me. It really hurt. I know, he whispered. And I'm sorry. She nodded slowly. Hey. I believe you. He drove her home. When she saw his car, she raised an eyebrow. Nice car. I own a chain of gyms, he said, suddenly shy. She smiled. Everyone figured you'd do something big. But when he asked about her life, her expression dimmed. I got pregnant after high school. He left. I've been raising Emily alone. Ryan felt something twist inside him. Not pity, respect. She had survived something heavy and done it alone. When they reached her apartment, she hesitated. Do you want to come in and meet her? He smiled. I'd love to. Emily was bright-eyed, curious, and immediately suspicious of him. But by the end of dinner she had him building puzzles, losing card games she invented, and listening to her plan to become a veterinarian with 12 dogs. Stacy watched from the doorway, her heart tightening. He fit too well. Too easily. too naturally. Weeks passed. Ryan became a constant in their lives. Emily adored him. Stacy tried not to, but his kindness made it impossible. He fixed things around the apartment. He helped Emily with homework. He made Stacy laugh in ways she hadn't laughed in years. One night after Emily went to bed, Ryan turned to her. "I've been thinking, could we try dating? Really dating?" Her breath caught. "My life is complicated." "You're beautiful," he said softly. "You're strong. And I like being here, with you, with Emily. I want to be part of this." Her eyes glistened. "Yes. I'd like that." He kissed her, gentle, overdue, perfect. Months later, the three of them moved into the house he bought. They built routines. Pancake Sundays, puzzle nights, backyard picnics. They weren't perfect, but they were healing. Stacy learned to trust again. Ryan learned what it felt like to belong. One warm summer evening, Emily chased fireflies in the yard while Ryan pulled Stacy onto the porch. The golden light made her hair glow. "I've been thinking about how much time we lost," he said. "And how grateful I am that I found my way back to you." Then he dropped to one knee. Emily shrieked, "Mom, he's doing the thing." Ryan laughed, holding out the ring. "Stacy, I love you. I love Emily. I love the life we've built. Will you marry me?" Her eyes filled instantly. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, Ryan." Emily threw her hands up. "We're going to be a family." And as Ryan slipped the ring onto Stacy's trembling hand, something settled in his chest. He was home. Finally home. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.